Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another edition of Pro Wrestling Tonight right here on IndieQuebec.com. It's the Prez, once again joined by my co-host, none other than magnificent Drey Breeze. How you doing,
Yeah,
Drey?
I'm doing good, man, as always.
Yeah, man. It's been an interesting week in the wrestling world. Let's start off with some not normal, but some general headlines. Stephanie McMahon steps down from WWE. She takes a leave
Eh,
of absence.
yep. Right after I was saying that family's fucked up last week.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I was like,
Another
gotta
member
mention
steps
this.
down, like, so something's going on in that company, man. I don't know, man, what's going on with that
I think they
company.
might be getting ready to sell.
I think so too. I think signs are pointing to that.
And if they sell, it's gonna be probably unwatchable for at
Gonna
least
be
a
just
couple of years.
it's
And then
gonna
it
be
might
just
go out of
that.
business.
It probably will. It'll get bought by people that don't know what to do with wrestling, and they'll hire people that they think can run something done by
I mean,
wrestling.
history repeats itself. Like Mid Atlantic Championship Wrestling, when they sold to Turner, I mean, the quality of the wrestling went down. Like the first couple of years of WCW was garbage. There
It
was a
was.
couple
It was.
good matches, but overall it was garbage.
Yeah, they had talented rosters, but
Yeah,
the booking was everywhere, and they kept changing Booker nonstop. They
yeah,
would change Booker nonstop, so that's why. So
that's it.
yeah,
I think that's kind of what would happen with WWE if they got like bought out by like NBC, which is
yeah, by
it
Peacock,
would
yeah,
probably be something like that. Some big
yeah,
acquisition.
yeah.
Um, some weird news, alleged news. I don't know if you heard this. Ibushi, he's leaving New Japan. Apparently, he wrote some message like his mom almost committed suicide. He mentioned something about the mafia in Japan, all on
Are
his
you
Twitter.
serious?
Some like next shit, really. And apparently, he is going to keep wrestling. He's probably apparently not going to be going to DDT. He's not going to be coming to the States full time, anyways. But he's not going to be working with New Japan. I don't know what's going on with Ibushi.
Wow, that's weird, man. Well, prayers and thoughts go out to him. I mean, if his mom almost committed suicide,
Yeah, exactly. It's like
I
some,
mean,
I don't
but
know, he's having
it's
like personal problems, but somehow that's wrapped up with his wrestling.
yeah, but it happens in every country. There is people out there who have gambling problems and get involved with the mob. In various countries it's like
Yeah,
that, and maybe that's what it. Maybe that's what the link is. Maybe his mom was owed money to the mafia, so she tried to kill herself. You know what I mean, or something weird like that. Gambling is a heavy problem over there in Asia.
yeah,
Like
that's true.
they gamble. A lot of them gamble like crazy, get heavy gambling problems over
Have
there.
to,
So.
yeah, and then have to borrow
I
money
mean,
from the
my
wrong
wife's
people.
family is like, so yeah, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
gambling all the time.
No, yeah, it's horrible. And now people got to be careful with the gambling because now they've legalized gambling everywhere. And now, like, even AEW is sponsored by gambling. It's sponsored by DraftKings.
Yeah,
WWE,
man.
every episode is
DraftKings.
DraftKings.
Yeah,
I
every episode.
mean, have
I was
fun,
laughing
but
about it.
people got to watch out with the gambling.
Yeah, but I was laughing about it though. It was so funny to me. I was like, yeah,
How
in a
many
way
idiots actually fucking bet money on pro wrestling? I don't know.
no, but you know what I'm saying? It's like, it's fixed. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's the result of wrestling. It's an exhibition. They know who's going to win. It's a storyline. I mean, the athleticism is like any other sport. It's a sport. You know what I mean? But at the end
Yeah,
of the day, the result is like the martial art.
predetermined.
It's
Exactly.
a predetermined thing, man. Like, how can you bet? It would be like betting on the Harlem Globetrotters and the Generals.
There you go. Exactly.
Today, is that the Simpson episode where he's like, I bet on the Generals. Like, you bets on the Generals, man.
Yeah, I don't know if you can bet on like every match. Like you can't bet on like Like, I don't know if you can bet on like AEW dark matches where it's like so fucking obvious who's gonna win.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
Maybe
just
it's
gonna
just
sit there all
pay-per-view.
day betting my life savings. This is gonna
I
go up
think
by like $1, but you know you're gonna win. You just keep.
I think it's probably most obviously most of the pay-per-views. It seems to be for
Yeah,
pay-per-views.
yeah. It's not like every show.
No, and every match is. I mean, what had what I mean, what would the options be? By pin, by submission, like uh,
Interference.
qualification, interference,
The big show
what
does a heel turn.
count out? You know what I mean? Like, what are the possibilities? Because I mean, like, if you're betting on football, you can
Yeah,
bet on
it's like,
the
oh, are
quarterback's
you?
yardage now, his
Yeah.
touchdowns. Is he going to have more yards than another guy?
Is
So
there
how
a
does it work?
spread?
Yeah.
Can't really give a
So
spread in fucking
is
wrestling.
it going to be a submission? Or you know
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
mean?
exactly. Yeah, maybe you could bet on shit like that, which I guess that is like, I don't know, people could do whatever they want, but that's pretty it's different. It's changed shit for sure.
Yeah,
Full
for sure.
legalized gambling. So let's get into got some crazy local wrestling news. We'll get into our local wrestling news segment now. The show that we endorsed last week, AWF, Anjou Wrestling Federation. Here's some wrestling news for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, there's this guy called Drey in Quebec wrestling on the internet, and he goes to local shows. This guy runs his mouth a lot, but honestly, he's kind of a good guy. He's just a fucking stoner who's having fun on the internet. He trolls people.
Okay.
That being
Yeah.
said, he goes to this show. One guy that he likes to troll is Excess, who's a fucking Quebec wrestling legend. Now, Excess, this guy, his son, has got into wrestling over the years, known as Excess Junior. And he even like was kind of high ranked in the IndieQuebec.com year-end awards on some awards. This guy is apparently like
Okay.
a pretty good up-and-comer, Excess Junior. Okay.
Okay.
But this Drey guy has been talking smack about basically about Excess, maybe a bit about Excess Junior. So I think Drey is outside the venue. Okay. This is all alleged information. So then
Yeah.
this guy, this kid, Excess Junior's mom, comes up to him and is like, "You're the one who's trying to ruin my son's career," and punches him in the face. They get into a physical
Are you
altercation.
serious?
Yeah. Wait, it's not done. They get into a physical altercation. Then Excess Junior, who's like a minor, 17 years old apparently, runs up and fucking jump kicks him in the face while he's fighting his mom. Then this Drey guy's fighting them 2-on-1. Apparently, the guy's sister shows up and another wrestler, so they're fucking all fighting this guy 4-on-1. So this
This is
basically a
amazing.
fan gets jumped at like intermission by a wrestler.
But this is amazing. They should use this. This is the perfect angle. Man, why didn't they have a camera there while all of this is going down? They could have made this part of the show. This is
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah, apparently a lot of the fans went outside to check out what was going on. And I mean, come on, these people paid to go see a fight. You don't think they want to see a real fight? Of course they want to see a
Come
real
on.
fight.
If you
The
pay
family against one dude.
you know what I'm saying? That's some Memphis wrestling shit right there for you.
I mean,
Like
these guys are sticking together. They're not like the McMahons. This family definitely sticks together.
definitely the excess family.
So, I mean,
Shout out to
these
excess.
events that we endorse, the people listening, we want you to know that this kind of crazy shit could happen. The event we endorsed last week, some crazy shit went down. So keep that in mind.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah. So this week, the show that we're going to endorse, not that we don't want to endorse every show, but I think it's cool if we choose one show a week and really we could talk about it more in depth, you know?
Yeah.
And we're not playing favorites. We'll pick pretty much any random one, as long as it doesn't look like the shits. So this one is on May 28th, which would be Saturday. It's from the Saint Centre Barthélemy, which is 7111. Avenue des Érables in Montreal. And it's NWC. And the show is called Rien ne va plus. Nothing's
Rien
going
ne va plus.
right, or everything. I guess that's pretty much the translation.
Yeah.
Let's
Nothing's
check-
going well.
Yeah, nothing's going well. So let's see here. We got Bitter Enemies, which is Sick Rick Lucas, and accompanied by Desiree and his tag team partner Frank Drey, taking on Frank Verullo. Sounds Italian. Sounds like he's probably from Montreal East. And Kevin Bryant, who's been around the wrestling scene for a while. Sweet Cherry, is she gonna give them a qualification au titre par équipe? Question mark. We don't know.
No, we don't. We're not there every event, so we
Yeah.
don't.
We got a Money in the Bank qualification match. TJ Holiday taking on Le Guerrier, Jason Gray, second generation wrestler. That should be interesting. We're gonna have the debut of a tag team called Chocolate City.
Chocolate City.
Yeah. And one of them is Mustafa Jordan. I don't recognize the other guy. It doesn't say here, but I know Mustafa Jordan's a pretty good wrestler. So that could be interesting. I know Brad Alexis is going to be at the
Yeah.
show.
Brad Alexis, yep.
Yeah, he'll be on the show. They haven't announced all the matches yet. What else do they have here? Oh, and let's see if we could show this. I find this hilarious. Look at this guy. This guy's called Yann Ladou. Yann Ladou.
Oh, that fait surface.
He refait surface with his fucking ugly t-shirt and his fucking mustache. Where has he been doing? We don't know. It looks like it's been sketchy.
He
It
had a
looks
job.
doutable. Rien ne va plus. I don't know, but I want to see what he's gonna do. He looks hilarious with. I like his shirt and his mustache. Yann Ledoux. Il rechausse ses bottes pour le grand droit vers le massacre de Saint-Jean. Yeah, so Massacre de Saint-Jean, that's their biggest show of the year. It's like all hardcore matches. If you like hardcore matches, I suggest anyone goes to that. And it's near Le Saint-Jean. So I think people, I mean, back in my drinking
But what
days,
type of
I know
hardcore
what
match?
the fuck I was
like-
been doing before the show. Getting
What-
wasted and going.
What type of hardcore match?
Oh, I
We're
think they-
talking hardcore matches.
yeah,
Like, what is the hardcore?
all different stipulations, tables. Then they'll have a TLC match. Then they'll have like a barbed wire or something. Every match has
These guys-
usually different stipulations.
These guys actually do real barbed wire matches.
Oh yeah. This show.
Oh, like we're going this year, bro.
Oh yeah, Massacre Saint Jean should go to that actually. Yeah.
We should
And
go to
we'll
that.
plan on going to that. So that is it for our Indie Quebec report. Everyone can go to that NWC show. Maybe we'll end up going there. It's right there in
Maybe.
Montreal. I'll mostly be going for Yann Ledoux. I don't know what's going on with him, but I'm intrigued.
I'm intrigued.
He looks like he's been up to no good, to be honest with you. So, you know. So let's get into Dynamite. AEW Dynamite this
Was
week.
Dynamite.
Yeah, it was. It started off with a cage match.
Which is retarded. By the way,
It's
although
just weird, but
it's backwards. It's like somebody said backstage, hey, what if we started a show backwards? And they were
I've
like, what do
seen
you mean?
Quebec wrestling shows start with a cage match, but only because logistically it made sense to do it that way. Because basically, if you take down the cage in the middle of a match, in the middle of a show, it takes super long. And yeah, it's like the crowd is just
Yeah.
standing there watching like the rookies of some Fed take down a fucking cage. It's usually better to like figure out some way around. It's hard to do cage matches on the indies, but these guys, they got the crane You could just lower
Yeah.
down the cage. You could do it any time of the show you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. It
But they
doesn't. It
choose
doesn't.
to start it off. It's a big, it's a big, it's a big way to start off the show. And I just want to mention this, that apparently, Big Bang Theory plays before AEW, and apparently every week they lose viewers. Like a fucking old ass rerun of Big Bang Theory, people when AEW starts turn it off. They turn off AEW.
It's crazy.
Like Big Bang Theory has better ratings, and this show has been. It plays on every friggin' channel, first of all, and if you have cable, you know that, and you know what I mean. Like anyone with cable out there, it plays on like Discovery Channel, even it plays on and the show has been on for years. Like, who cares about a rerun of freaking
Yeah.
Big
No,
Bang
people are
Theory?
weird, man. People are weird. You know.
So
What can I
I
say?
think they try to start off the show hot because they're like, maybe if it looks really cool, people will stay.
We'll stay. Yeah, that's exactly
They
it.
should
Yeah,
get an appearance by Jim Parsons live in the ring. That'd be excellent. Make him the fucking manager for Best Friends or something.
He would so fit.
Yeah, exactly.
He would so fit with the Best Friends. But yeah, back to the cage
Yeah,
match. This was an
Spears versus
interesting.
Wardlow. MJF as the ref. I've been waiting to see this match.
Me too. It had a pay-per-view feel to it.
It did.
Did it not?
It did. It did. This one could have been on pay-per-view.
Yeah.
If
it
they would
really
have,
did.
if they had monthly pay-per-views, I could see that. It would be
Yeah, like it
probably
should have been.
make sense. If they
It
give
should
away
have
so
been
many big matches on
on-
TV.
Exactly. This should have been on a small pay-per-view to build up for the big pay-per-view, which is, Double or Nothing, or you know what I'm saying, or
Yeah.
or whatnot, with him facing Wardlow. You know what I'm saying? Like the pre-pay-per-view.
At this
You know?
point, I don't know. I don't want to say I wouldn't mind if they changed to monthly pay-per-views, but at some points it feels like there's too many good matches that happen on TV. And like, fuck, that's like a kid complaining like, oh, I got too many fucking video game consoles for Christmas. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
you
Yeah.
shouldn't be complaining about this, but like,
No, it's
I
just
mean, if they
because
want to
at
make
one
more
point-
money, they can, why not do some cheap pay-per-views? Like in your
Well,
house
the thing
style,
is
make it like half price.
to me, it's like at one point you're gonna run out of options.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
burning your bridges at a fast rate this way.
Yeah,
Your
they are
options
going. Yeah, that's true.
You're just going through them so fast that I'm not saying this year or next year, but in 2-3 years from now, you're going to do exactly what happened in the WWE. At one point, they had a bunch of guys there that were super good, but everybody had faced everybody. Every feud had been done. Every storyline had more or less been covered in a certain way. So then you're stuck. And then you're like, okay, now what do I have to do to keep people
It feels
watching?
stale, no matter what you do. It feels like it's like watching fish just fucking in a
Exactly.
fishbowl, circling
You've
each other.
seen it all. And that's what AEW, in my opinion, although it's an amazing show and amazing federation right now, I feel like that's what's going to happen. They're going to burn too fast through the luster of it, of what's awesome about it, and then at one point people are shortly going to start to tune out, and like it could become TNA very fast, even though there's money behind it. In a way, TNA was started off slow.
Well, you know what's crazy?
And then it just started to go and go and go and go. And now it just keeps going and going. And no matter who they put in, it still keeps going down because people have lost the luster to the name. You know what I mean? It's like burnt,
Well, TNA, I was listening to this old review of an old TNA podcast, of a review of an old TNA show. And they mentioned that when they got on Spike, their ratings never surpassed like when they first got on Spike. And the same thing is with AEW so far.
Yeah.
On here on TBS, their first initial show was the show with the highest ratings, and they haven't been able to top that yet. And I don't know what they got to do. I mean, they're really putting out a crazy. It's a good product, but they're burning
perfect.
through a lot, you know? I mean,
We're just burning through
yeah.
it.
So then we get, yeah. So we'll, anyway, no, we'll talk more about this match. Can't just skip everything
Yeah.
here on
No,
this
this is
quite
too
good match
good.
here. Yeah, Wardlow wins. He does a swanton, which I don't know how I feel
No, he
about
missed it.
that, but
No,
you
he
know,
missed it. He
he
missed
misses
it.
it. Yeah.
Somebody's head falling on your chest really actually hurts. He totally missed that. Like there was like two spots that they really missed. Yeah, I was like, oh God, that really looked bad. Like, and then the second one was the swanton, and then he missed it, and his head. And I was like, first of all, he almost broke his own neck.
Yeah, I think he can like leave that one out.
Yeah, you know.
It is impressive, but I mean, you don't have to do everything.
No, you don't. You
You're a
don't have
strong guy.
to.
You're doing a power bomb. Like, be like a throwback strong guy. You don't need to do swanton.
Exactly.
Swanson's frozen meals. So Spears hits MJF with a chair at one point. I don't know if there's going to be dissension between those two.
You know what? I thought that the whole setup of the match was really good. And these three guys were really good at working together and at being at the right spot at the right moment, even cued with the camera. At one point, when was it? Spears was out.
The
MJF is
camera
looking.
work was good for a cage match.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the shit.
MJF is looking towards the camera, and then all of a sudden, from behind his head, Wardlow comes out. You know what I'm saying? Like the
Yeah.
face, I was like, yo, they timed that perfectly. Like
Yeah.
they were at the right spot at the right time. It looked amazing. The chair shot to MJF was
Yeah,
perfect.
it looked great.
It looked great. He fell to the ground and stayed knocked out the whole time, which was perfect. It was just perfect the way he stayed flattened out like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh, and he almost killed a security guard. The kid that he powerbombed through the
Oh.
cage.
Yeah,
The cage
afterwards,
lifted.
Wardlow destroys more. He has no mercy on these security. I feel bad for
He
them.
doesn't.
This
I
isn't
really
the
do.
first time that he almost kills one of them.
And I like the way was it JR going they're coming in like a funnel and they're all coming in and he's just punching them one after the other with one punches and they're all falling. And then there's the last kid that he power bombs on the cage, but the cage lifts. So when the kid is bent in two, he's supposed to fall on the side of the ring, but he didn't because the cage lifted. So he went folding in two completely down to the floor. Like
There's
I was
always
like,
one of these guys ends up getting owned every week really bad.
for sure. I was like, yo, that kid is cashing in his $1,000 tonight, man.
That's it. He's like, am I gonna be
yo,
a star now? They're like, we'll see after your surgery, sir.
yeah, exactly. Cover your medical bills on that spine.
Yes.
Jeez. But this was perfect, man.
Yeah, yeah.
This makes me want to buy the pay-per-view on Sunday.
Yeah. So yeah, this is exactly. It's building up to the pay-per-view. Yeah, can't complain about that. So yeah, Wardlow, he couldn't put his hands on MJF throughout the whole thing, but then Spears hitting MJF with the chair was a really clever way of doing things.
Yeah,
and it started off with Wardlow started handcuffed. I was like, is he gonna be handcuffed the whole match?
Yeah, and the popping of the handcuffs and everything, that was all cool. I mean, like all the talent on the roster right now, which is amazing, but still, this is the story that I want to see.
At one point, Wardlow, before this storyline, he was like a character no one cared about that much. Now, they've really built him up really well.
Yo, the people chant Wardlow nonstop, even in that, like crazy. Like it's crazy.
He needs some good merch. He needs some solid merch.
He needs some solid merch.
All the crowd's going to be wearing it.
Yeah.
So then backstage, we get the Jericho Appreciation Society goes up to some guy. I think he's wearing a Moxley t-shirt. And Jericho fucking throws another fireball right in his
fireball. And he says, I'm a wizard. And he came out with the... Did you see the t-shirt?
He's like aged.
Yeah, and it says, I'm a wizard. I want to get it. And then as he's walking out later on the show, it actually says Chris Jericho, the Wizard. Chris Jericho. Yeah. So he's totally going by the moniker, the fucking wizard.
I know that he loves Ozzy Osbourne, of course. And Ozzy Osbourne, you know, he has a song, The Wizard. Maybe that's
Yeah,
and he's dressing pretty freaking 80s. That was in
yeah,
Ozzy's 80s run.
yeah. This is a good run by Jericho.
Yeah, it is. It is. And yeah, man, can't wait for their match too. Like this is really, I find they built up for the pay-per-view quite well here
Yeah,
in this show. And we get another build up. We get CM Punk interviewed by none other than Tony Schiavone, classic TBS TV personality. And he gets interrupted by Hangman Adam Page, the world champion. They basically talk a lot of smack.
yeah. It was good. It was good that then I don't respect you, and all of that.
Oh,
That
you will shake my hand.
yeah, but I really liked Adam Page's.
For some reason, I'm pretty sure Page is gonna win the match, even though it feels like Punk should win.
Yeah, yeah. He might. I hope. Sorry, everybody. Got there. I think he might be turning heel though. I see a heelish turn. I see a heelish attitude. I see him get annoyed every time people start chanting CM Punk.
Yeah.
And you know, so maybe Page is going to turn heel. I don't know. We'll see how that
Feels
goes.
like he's one of the characters we see the least on TV, and he's the world champion. It's weird.
It's true. It's true.
Like
He's
when he
it's
was in
'cause-
his alcoholic character, it feels like he was all over the show compared to now.
yeah, yeah, it's so true. That's so true. His alcoholic character. Yeah, that was good. He was always at a bar.
Yeah,
That was
walking around with like a freaking glass.
yeah, always.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Then
But
yeah. So good build up. Yeah,
yeah,
more build up to that pay-per-view. We get next Regal and Jericho, both on commentary, and like, you know, they're in a feud. So that was pretty hilarious.
well,
During,
come on, you know the Jericho comment, Regal. Hey, you're still alive. What did he say? You're still alive. Hey, Regal, are you still happy to still be alive? What he's something? What is it? I'm trying to get exactly how he said it when he. Hey, Regal, what's up? So I'm glad to see you're still alive. Yeah,
yeah, they're really
that-
going at it.
yeah,
This was gold. I love this. It's kind of weird to like have all the star power in this feud, I find, but the Jericho Regal stuff is gold. This is gold.
yeah. Jericho and Regal are. I almost wish Regal was in medically cleared to wrestle again one
Yeah.
last time. I feel like we never got to see, a Regal goodbye match
They might
because
be
he was
building to
more of
that.
a heel.
They might
You know what
be.
I'm saying? Yeah, yeah. I would love to see Regal wrestle one last match, man.
Yeah. I think AEW would be a place that he could definitely do it if they're gonna do it.
Yeah.
We get Moxley and Kingston against Private Party. That was with those two on commentary, Regal and Jericho. So
That was good. I mean,
it was cool, but I found it kind of weird that Moxley and Kingston teaming up already. But I mean, I know they're going to be in a team on the pay-per-view, and they have teamed before, but it feels like
Yeah.
Moxley just joined this group. Now he's already teaming with someone who's not in the group, but whatever.
but are they in the group? I think maybe Kingston and Santana and Ortiz are part of the Blackpool Combat Club now.
Maybe.
I think. I'm not sure, but I think they are.
I didn't, yeah, well, maybe. We'll have to keep our
Yeah.
eye on that one. Yeah, Private Party, they get slotted in here.
Hey,
Good to
man.
see them make an appearance. Nice to have joined us.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't believe that Private Party. Hey, they were Impact Tag Team Champions last year.
Yeah.
You realize that? And now they're just pushovers. So
No,
talented.
yeah. They're kind of in the background.
Yeah. But see, I think that this again, I'm going
Well, they're
back to what I
technically
was
still
saying.
with like Andrade, but like
Yeah.
Andrade is,
Nowhere to be seen.
yeah. I don't
So,
know. We haven't seen what's been
but
happening with him.
this just goes back to reference to what I'm saying, has in terms of viewers, apparently they're losing viewers. But then again, when you look at it, they're not using the wrestlers that they were using when they first started.
Yeah. So then maybe, yeah. I mean, that's a good point.
You know
That's
what
a
I
good
mean?
point. Maybe they should
I
even
mean,
try going back to some of those guys.
because you come off to this big show with all this money, so people are interested. They're like, oh shit, this show has a lot of money. And then you put people that people have never seen before, so they stay and they watch them. But then you turn around and you grab people that they have seen before. So then what's the difference between you and the WWE if
Yeah.
everybody on your roster's WWE was in the WWE 2 months ago? Why am I watching you? I wasn't watching WWE anymore because I was tired. And now you brought them here.
Yeah, that's true. They should definitely try to distinguish themselves as much as possible as they can
Yeah.
from WWE.
I'm
So then
just
we
saying.
get FTR, who, yes, they were in WWE, but they're still awesome.
No,
Taking on
everybody loves them. Everybody loves them.
me
That
too,
was that,
including
you
me.
know. Yeah.
I almost
They're-
wanted to get their T-shirt, but I'll wait for them to put out another model because I
You
don't
know.
really like the graphic that much. But if they put out a cool one, I'll get the T-shirt. Maybe.
Yeah.
Taking on Roppongi Vice, who I'm an okay fan of. Don't love Roppongi Vice. They're
No, but
okay.
I'm a Rocky Romero fan. I love Rocky Romero. Rocky Romero is a great wrestler. So,
Even
you know.
Red Trent is freaking good. I don't know. It's
No, they're
just I
like,
don't know. I feel that they're overestimated here. Like there's so many
yeah,
other tag teams that we could be seeing. Why are we seeing Roppongi Vice?
yeah, true. Yeah, maybe it's the New Japan deal.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're building up to that. And that
That,
explains what freaking awesome event happened to end that match when
yeah,
Otani and Jeff Cobb come in and clean house. And that's
yeah.
putting it lightly. Like they freaking destroy everyone. That
Everybody,
was
except the
awesome.
fact
That
that,
was
oh,
awesome.
it was awesome, but Otani fucked up twice. You know, you saw him fuck up twice, all right?
Yeah,
I'm not the
okay,
only
let's
one
say
that
Jeff Cobb looked fucking insane. And
Jeff
Otani was
Cobb
like
looked,
walking around trying to follow what he
he
was
was
doing.
trying to follow Jeff Cobb.
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb emptied that. Jeff Cobb killed everybody
Yeah, Jeff
in
Cobb was
that.
going nuts. This was the coolest I've seen Jeff Cobb, for sure.
I love Jeff Cobb, but I love him as what's Mantaza that he plays in Lucha
Yeah,
Underground and in LW,
can't
where he
remember his name.
where
But
he wears
I
the big
called one of
mask
his
and everything.
matches once, which anyone could go on YouTube and see at La Descends Good YouTube page. He came to
Is he a
wrestle in
cool guy?
Montreal.
Did you meet him? Is he a nice
No,
guy?
I didn't actually meet him. I recorded it
No.
in post-production.
Oh fuck, eh?
Yeah.
Jeff Cobb is the real deal.
Yeah. I mean, this is a guy that definitely can make an impact. He's the kind of wrestler I really like to see.
When
And
I
I like seeing guys do crazy things like what he did here, just destroying everyone.
yeah,
And it
and
wasn't
he's
going in there and destroying like Peter Avalon. These are fucking FTR, Roppongi Vice.
FTR and Roppongi Vice. They destroyed him. They just he just and Otani's no pushover. He was just seemed lost. Like he was like a fraction lost
Yeah,
late at
yeah, yeah,
like two
yeah.
points, and it made it look really bad, or it made it look like okay, he didn't need to do that. Like the neck thing, he grabbed the guy from the head, and I was like, okay, you didn't even need to touch him. Like
And on the
Jeff
other
Cobb took
side,
care of
Jeff
that.
Cobb is like throwing a guy through a table like head first, and then
Yeah, exactly. That was crazy. So good. I hope we see more of Jeff Cobb, man. This guy needs to be on television.
oh
Like,
yeah,
geez,
he does, he does. Like that is a definite top guy, a definite one of those guys that needs to be out there more for sure.
exactly. I see Jeff Cobb, and it's like Bobby Lashley. You know what I'm saying? Same mold, same type. You know what I mean? A real legit wrestler.
Yeah,
Like he's
Jeff Cobb, he
legit.
has some great innovative offense too. We could throw in.
Exactly.
Yeah,
He's
man. No, for sure. Jeff Cobb, I'm surprised the WWE didn't sign him, but like they don't even seem like they want to sign good guys anymore. They just
No, they don't.
really like they had Keith Lee, they're like, this guy sucks. Let's just fire him. Like, what are you
Yeah,
saying?
exactly. Let's just fire Killer Cross. Let's just fire Keith Lee. Let's just fire Strickland. Let's just, you know what I'm saying? Let's
Yeah,
just fire
and
all these guys that are
Strickland,
super good.
Strickland, who is actually in our, we'll talk about him in a little bit, but he impressed
Oh,
me a
we
lot
keep
this
going.
week. This
He's
guy's
good.
this guy's impressing. I thought that he was gonna be caught up in like the background. He wouldn't be featured that much in AEW, and he's not getting that much spotlight. But I find that he always does a good job.
He's, I mean, him and Keith Lee right now, they're slotted good. They
Yeah,
get
yeah,
good
yeah.
TV time.
For where
They're
they're just coming in. Perfect.
exactly, and they're not taking on like pushovers. They're going for the tag team
Yeah,
titles,
they're
and their
making the most of
stars.
their TV time.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're fighting guys that have got talent, Starks and Hobbs. You know what I'm saying? Are guys that look good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
They're not fighting. They're not going against pushovers. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you said. It's not Petey Avalon and the worker. What is their name? What?
JD Drake.
Yeah, you know what I'm
Looks like
saying.
he's a fucking golfer who buys his clothes at fucking Walmart or something.
I was thinking more of a bowler, but
A bowler.
yeah,
Yeah, he does look like a bowler. Go
you
hang out
know.
at the good old Club 300.
So you know what I'm saying? So they're doing, and I mean, like, you can't take it away that these two are top talent
Yeah,
wrestlers, man. I mean, Strickland is one of those guys that was a belt collector a couple of years ago, which is why NXT picked up on him because he had like 3 or 4 titles from 3 or 4 promotions.
MLW. He
You
was
know,
one
he
of the
was
first guys to really put MLW on the map when they returned in
exactly,
their
he
return.
was. So, I mean,
Yeah,
he's a
man.
star,
Swerve,
right?
Swerve. One
Swerve's a
sec.
star in the making, man.
Definitely.
He's